Church family, I'm Andrew Shaw. This is my wife Leslie. We just wanted to take a few minutes to give you an update on our lives and kind of what God's been doing during this time of COVID. Our day-to-day lives have been busy. We're both still working, but the Lord's used this time to kind of change our rhythms and spaces and what work looks like. Leslie's been working from home a lot and has gotten to spend more time with our 10-month-old daughter. And same for me, I've had to do, more phone meetings versus in-person meetings. So I do those from the house, and it kind of gives us another touch point to see each other and also spend time with Lainey, our daughter. So that's been cool and a blessing that's come from this time. We've really seen the Lord working in our life group during this time and kind of making some changes that wouldn't be possible or probably wouldn't have happened if it weren't for this COVID time. And so Leslie's going to talk a little bit about what that's looked like.
Yeah, we co-lead a life group with the Fillinghams, and we've kind of had a consistent number of folks and gained really close community with them because of that. But during this season, the Lord has just continually added new people to our life group, which is not what I was expecting. I had expectations that this season would really be hard for our life group and it would be hard to grow during this season. But we've had multiple people that have joined our life group because of the way that we're doing it and wouldn't have been able to otherwise. We have some sweet friends of ours. They're actually our neighbors that have two little boys with some health concerns, and so they've been actually isolating long before all of this COVID-19 quarantine happened, and so they've really felt like this season has allowed them to enter into community with other people, and they feel more on the same playing field with people now, and that's brought relationship into their lives and helps them to feel cared for in a way that they weren't feeling before. So we're really thankful and feel really special to be able to be a part of that. We have a lady that's in our life group that's a doctor who's often on call, and it's been difficult for her to plug in because of that. But doing life group through Zoom meetings, she's able to join us, and so that's been fun to get to know her more and have her a part of our group. And then we have a couple that actually got engaged during this season and joined our life group before they were engaged, so we got to walk through that with them, which was really exciting. And one of them lives here but travels for work and is gone for weeks at a time, and then the other doesn't live here yet, but she will soon. And so it's been neat for both of them to be able to be a part of our group and for us to get to know her before she even moves here, and for her to have a foundation of friendship just from the start when she moves here will be really neat. And so all five of those people have just become a really important part of our group and have contributed so much during this season. So I'm just so thankful for the way that the Lord is adding to our numbers daily, and for the way that He's blessed our group, and just really feel His grace upon us in that.
COVID and doing life group on Zoom has had its challenges, just in getting the group together and having good conversation and feeling like we're having good community. But we definitely see the Lord's hand in all of it. And we've just been talking more recently about, as we're starting to transition into more back to normal and going out and being out in community, what does that look like, and what will it look like for our life group as we start to meet again? And we've just been thinking and praying through, what things have we learned during this time that we can carry over after this is all over to best love and serve the rest of our church family. So I think, as we start meeting in person, maybe we'll still have an element of Zoom or something like that, so we can keep others involved that are not able to yet.
Yeah, it's also just really taught us the importance of intentionality, because in this season, if you're not intentional with your friends and your family, you don't see them, you don't bump into them, you don't just catch up at church on Sunday mornings. And so it's really kind of weighed that importance of intentionality, and I feel like we haven't figured it out yet. We're still trying to figure out how to truly do that well. but it's definitely showed us the importance of pursuing relationships with people at a heart level and being intentional in doing so. And that's something that needs to carry over even after we're not just virtual life group anymore, when we're back in person. So that's been something that the Lord's really laid on our hearts too.
Yeah, it's been cool to see all that we've learned through these times, even though it's difficult, and we're thankful we serve a sovereign God who has a bigger plan than COVID, and is working through this time. So we're just excited to see what He does as we move forward and continue on.
And really excited for the day when our whole church family gets to be back together again, worshiping the King in person together. That'll be really sweet. We're looking forward to that, and we miss all of you a lot.